All right, everybody, back for episode 2 of the Locker Room, guys. We're flipping the script a little bit tonight. We got some new sports that's going on, playoff action, NBA time. Tune in next week. We will be talking about the NFL draft and how it went after this week. But tonight we are talking about NBA playoffs, East West, how we feel the games are going so far, how we feel the matchups are going to go, and what we feel is going to come from the first round and the second round. And then we'll give you a little tidbit of who we think might be the champion in NBA. Smitty, you want to speak a little bit to what you're thinking about?
Uh, I mean, you touched pretty good on what tonight's gonna base on. We're gonna go into a couple of the games and how they went, and a couple of the series that we were just touching on before we started up here. A couple of the teams are leading 2-0 here in the bracket, and all of the rest of them are pretty much 1-1. We got two games starting tonight with OKC and Magic, and honestly, in that one, I'm thinking OKC is going to be another team that goes up 2-0. However, Magic could also show some good stuff. They're the underdog in that big time, but we'll see. We'll see.
How you feeling about the games tonight? We got two tonight. We got the Magic against the number one seed Pistons, and then we got OKC going against the Suns. How are you feeling about what you're thinking tonight for the two games? They're both sitting at one. They're both sitting at 1-0 right now.
Yeah, Smitty pretty much covered it. I would just say what he pretty much said. I would agree on. I like the Thunder and I like Pistons. The Thunder is the team to beat right now. They're the previous champion and they're hot. They've been hot all season, so we'll see how that goes. But basically, you guys just want to do a rundown of the brackets of
Definitely, yeah, yeah.
how we
I
think's
think
gonna
that's
go
good for
out.
us. Yeah, yeah. So let's start at the beginning. So we started on Sunday night with the team starting it off. Actually, I'm sorry. Did we start? We started Saturday night with the team starting off. We had the Cavaliers versus the Raptors, and the Cavs went up 1-0 on Saturday night and turned it around and flipped the script and went up 2-0 against the Raptors in their second game. Then you had the Nuggets beating the Timberwolves to go up 1-0, and then they turned around and the Timberwolves slapped them back, and we went to 1-1. And then you had the Knicks and Hawks. The Knicks pulled out the first one, and then again the Hawks came back and did their job and made it 1-1, so made it a thing. Now the only outlier on Saturday would have been the Lakers. The Lakers went up 1-0 on the Rockets. They beat them by 9 on Saturday night, and then they turned around and they beat them again last night by 7. So that's kind of where we're at right now. So, out of those teams, Raptors, Cavs, Tims, Nuggets, Hawks, Knicks, and Rocket Lakers, how do you see those four going, guys? What do you see?
Um, I mean, I
Hmm.
see, I see the
I see the
Lakers.
Knicks over the Hawks for sure.
Okay, okay, okay. Feeling the Knicks over the Hawks. Feel like the Hawks get
I,
back was a little premature to say they're going
yeah,
to do something big.
Carl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson, in my opinion, is just a little bit more to outweigh, the Jalen Johnson and I can't remember the other dude's name because they're so wild.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but yes, I'm kind of agreeing with
McCollum,
you
I
on that.
think it is.
Yeah,
It's the
column.
short.
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah, yep, yep.
It's longer. There's like an
Yeah,
abbreviation in between, but McCollum, I
correct.
think, is the short.
Correct. Yeah. I think I'm kind of in agreement with you. I think the Hawks had a decent second get back, but I think at the end of the day, I think the Knicks. The Hawks won by 1 point, and I believe it was like in the final seconds. I could be off on that. Don't twist it, but I think it was like literally like damn near a buzzer beater for them to beat the Knicks. So it wasn't like they went and came back and curb stomped, and the Knicks won by 11 in the first game. I just think, like Smitty said, and Kyle, you can agree or disagree with the Knicks and Hawks. I just think the Knicks have a little bit too much firepower for the Hawks at the end of the game, especially in a full series. I think New York takes that hands down. That's my opinion as well.
No, I totally agree.
Okay. Okay. Oh, then we're all in agreement that the Knicks are gonna be moving on to the second round. All right, then let's look at the Cavs and the Raptors. This is a interesting little matchup here between the Cavs and Raptors. What's your guys' thoughts on that one? I mean, Cavs are sitting right now 2-0 against the Raptors. Do you think the Raptors can make a little bounce back? Their records aren't that different. I mean, it's like 6 games different. Yeah, the Cleveland won 6 more than, Toronto did, but do you think Toronto can mount a comeback? Is that a possibility, or are we
Nah,
just looking at
I
a
mean,
run?
the Cavaliers have too much firepower. Way too much firepower over the Raptors. I mean, the Raptors are using like R.J. Barrett, Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes. Like they're just not keeping up with Davian Mitchell, Jared Allen. Um, don't they have James Harden now too? Don't they?
Yeah, they have James
Holy
Harden.
smokes!
And
Yeah,
let's,
dude.
you
No,
know,
good
yeah, I mean,
luck.
and you're
I
sitting
think the
with a
Cavs got that
yeah,
one on lock.
I mean, you're sitting with a guy that's crazy like Dean Wade who busted off for 23 in the first game. I mean, their whole
Yeah,
squad is
Wade.
scoring. Yeah, their whole squad is scoring right now. I mean, you're looking at the first game when they won. You got Harden and Mobley sitting at 33 points, Allen sitting at 28, Mitchell sitting at 31, and then Dion Wade sitting at 23. I mean, their starters are scoring right now and scoring
Yep.
well. And you got bench help in Struess in the first game, 24, Merrill 21, Tyson 14, Ellis 15. Like they are getting it across the board against the Raptors right now. I don't see much changing. This might, in my humble opinion, this might be a sweep, guys. We might be looking at a
Yep.
sweep. Yeah, we looking at a
Yeah,
sweep. What do you think, Kyle? What do you think?
yeah,
You think it's
no,
Sweep City?
yeah.
You
I
think get
think
the
you guys
brooms
pretty
out?
much covered it.
Bet, bet. All right, Kyle. Well, I'm gonna let you start on the next one, big dog. Come on, this one's gonna be fun. The Timberwolves and the Nuggets. What do you think?
I mean, I know the series is 1-1. I like the Nuggets. I think the Nuggets just they have a lot of stars. Plus, they've been in a situation before.
Yeah, I mean, like I have to agree. Both teams have a lot of really good stars, though. I mean, Julius Randle, Naz Reid, Anthony Edwards
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
Rudy Gobert.
on the
Yeah,
Minnesota Timberwolves, and then you got Jokic, Jamal Murray, and Aaron Gordon sitting over on. I mean, you got three versus three right there would be a pretty even game.
Well,
Like,
where I think it changes a little bit is when you start looking at their bench. I mean, you got Dossimo sitting on the Timberwolves bench. He went off for 28 in one of the games, and then you're sitting there turning around with Tim Hardaway Jr. He rocked off
yeah,
for 24 in one of the games. I mean, so I think this series, in my opinion, gentlemen, comes down to bench play. I think the stars are going to be the stars. That's my opinion. Stars are going to be stars. Does Jokic become that big dog that he's been for years and years in the league now, MVP caliber, and just take over games?
I
Absolutely
mean,
possible.
Jamal Murray's playing some ball this year too. Let's
That's
not
what I'm
get
saying.
that twisted.
Absolutely possible for that. But I think it's going to come down to those key pivotal when them guys are sitting or taking a break. How does them benches respond? I mean, in the first game when the Nuggets won, they had two guys, one at 28, one at 17 for the Timberwolves. But if you look at the bench for the other guys, they were at 24 and 21. So it's pretty evenly matched on the bench. I mean, I just think if Jokic takes over games, if Jokic takes over, I don't think the Nuggets are stoppable in my opinion. So I'm with Kyle on that. I think the Nugs pull it out in the end. I think the Timberwolves are gonna lose a little bit of steam as they get deeper in because the Nuggets are definitely the more playoff, I guess, tested team in my opinion. So that's how I feel. Mitty, where are you at? You in agreement? You thinking it's gonna be closer, or do you think the Wolves might take it? What you got?
I mean, it could definitely go either way, but I think all in all, to me, I look more into the coaching staff of that too, and I like the Nuggets more. Well, just all around team base, coaching base. What they're gonna call in the right moments. Yeah, I would trust the Nuggets more in the series.
All right. All right. Well, then I guess I will shift into the next one and I'll start this one off. We're looking at the Lakers and the Rockets. Now the Lakers are up 2-0 on the Rockets. I mean, pretty much daggum near identical records through the regular season. You know, Lakers came in at 53-29, Rockets came in at 52-30. I mean, these two
Without
boys,
Luca. They're
yeah,
without
yeah,
Luca.
and they're without Luca right now. Now, that's what I'm saying. So my thought process is without Luca, they're 2-0.
Hmm.
That's wild. Like who would have thought that? Who would
But
have
they
thought?
still got Braun,
Yeah,
and Braun is playing very
that,
well in the playoffs right now.
that's
Like
where I
he's
was
proven
going.
to be who he is.
That's where I was going. 41-year-old LeBron James said, you know, the new young gun star that we brought in, I gotta step back on my throne and be King James again. And the dude has been phenomenal through 2 games. I mean,
Yeah.
And
phenomenal. He's done everything right, in my opinion, and he's done everything he needs to do to make sure that this team is winning. And their defense, I think that's the key for the Lakers. Like their defense has been pretty stellar. I mean, they left their stars to the top star got, 19 points, and that's Sengun. He was the top guy that got points at 36 minutes in game 1. Like
Hmm.
if you're leaving guys sub 20 in the entire game, I mean, that's a recipe for winning in my
the
opinion,
Lakers
boys.
also don't have Reeves.
No,
Nope.
they don't.
Breeze is
That's what I'm
down
saying.
too right
They
now.
got 2 guys down and 2 stars on their team down, and these boys are just balling, and they're not
Yeah.
they're not playing. Like you can't knock their
A lot of their
hustle right
rookies
now.
this year are really good.
Yeah, I mean, you look at, I mean, I think the biggest problem for the Rockets, in my opinion, is their bench play. Their bench play is dog. Like it is so bad. You're looking at the last game they played where they lost by 7. You're looking at bench play of
They're also good, but they're not
Yeah.
great,
Yeah.
I'd say.
I mean, but you're looking at the best guy had 10 points. He's the only guy off the bench that scored in the last game, and he was 4 of 14 on field goals.
Yeah, but look at
That is
their
wild.
threes. They're like 1 for 4, 3 for 7, 1 for 3.
Yeah.
The Lakers
Yeah.
2 for 5, 3 for 6, 5 for 7,
Mhm.
3 for 6. Like
Yeah.
it's not even close.
Just smacking them. I mean, and that's the biggest thing. And I mean, not to be rude, the guy that I'm kind of looking at, and I'm sorry, I love this kid in Boston. Loved him when he was in Boston. I love Marcus Smart. He is such a good player, and he's such a good addition and a fundamentally just like in the pocket kind of player. And the kid went 8 for 13 on field goals, and 5 for 7 on threes in that second game. Like you cannot knock that the guy is a good ball player. I loved watching him at Boston. Like I don't know why, I just like the kid. But now that he's on the Lakers, I mean, and then you got your top dog, LeBron getting 28. He went 2 for 5. He got 8 ribbies. He got 7 assists. I mean, damn near dude was trying to head for a damn triple double on game 2. So, in my opinion, humble opinion, this could be, in my opinion, another sweep. I think the Lakers just have the firepower, even without 2 of their top stars, to just basically tell Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets to go lay down. What do you boys think?
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah,
Okay?
I'm on board.
Mm. Love when everybody's on board. This is easy. See, I don't even know why we do these. We're all just gonna agree with each other. This ain't nothing like our podcast last week, everybody, when we were thinking different things in baseball. This is a lot more agreements than I
Whoa,
was
whoa, 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 whoa!
expecting
And now,
tonight.
now, hold on. We ain't even gotten into some of the key games yet, really.
Oh, we about to go. You ready? Here we go. So we are looking at ah, the 76ers and the Celtics.
Mm-hmm. This is where
Mm.
it gets weird.
This is where it's going to get crazy. The Celtics have been a dominant team for a couple years. They've been doing a-okay, but they're running against the 76ers sitting tied 1-1. Kyle, come on. We going to put you on the spot here. What you got, Johnny, on the spot?
Let's see what the Sixers running with. They got Maxi. I mean, is Maxi one carrying them?
They got
Tyrese
Tyrese
Maxey, yeah.
Maxey. They got Edgecombe right now.
Edgecombe
They got
looks like he's
Embiid.
carrying. Yeah.
Maxi 5 for 12 for 3 last games. Edgecombe 6 for 10. I mean, it's not they're not terrible. Just shooting the ball. and making 6, making 5. But Jalen Brown, dude, what is this man doing? 36
He's
points.
Tatum's healthy too.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's the biggest thing with my opinion going off of college. Tatum just ain't scoring like he did last year.
Well,
Everybody in
I mean
agreement with
Jalen
that?
Brown.
Well, he's fresh
Yeah. Oh,
off a
Jalen
blown
Brown's going.
Achilles,
He's
so he
Yeah.
plays a
about to
little bit more
score.
defense. But I mean, look at game one. Game one, he still had over 20 some points, and
Yeah.
definitely was a big attribution to that. So
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of for the Celtics right now is their bench play. Their bench
yeah,
play is
and
abhorrent.
Peyton Pritchard being one too. Dude, Peyton Pritchard, dude, he comes in, plays like 16 minutes and balls out.
Or
Yep.
he played
I
20.
mean,
But here's the problem. Second game he played 27 minutes and got 4 points.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
not
you
cool
can't
for him.
you can't do that in the playoffs and expect that your team's gonna
No,
win, right? So
no,
yeah, I mean,
no,
so
no, no.
that's big. So who we calling, gentlemen? Come on, Kyle, you first.
you know,
Pistons,
I, I,
Celtics, Sixers.
I think the Celtics are gonna pull this one out.
Okay, Smitty, you in agreement with that, or you gonna go a little weird with this one and hit the Sixers?
Yeah, I think they just figure out how to get it done, and they dethrone the Celtics, who have finally are one and done this year.
Smitty with the hot take, gonna say that the Celtics are going home. Wow. I mean, I feel you on that one. I mean, I'm not gonna agree with you on that one, but I feel you on that one. I'm with Kyle. I think somehow, some way, I think that the Celtics do what they always do. Game one for them was 123 to 91. Game two turns around and they lose 111 to 97. I think the Celtics are going to figure it out. They got a good coaching staff. They've been in this position a lot. I think the Celtics are just going to be that team to, do I think they make it all the way? I'll leave that for another later on down the road. But I definitely think that they can at least get out of the first round, and I think they're going to go ahead and take. I think they'll take this. I think it's going to be a tight one. I think it's going to be like real tight. I don't think it's going to be like they're blowing them out and they're going to win the next couple and they're done. I think it's going to be more of they are going to be sitting there like last game of this series, going, what what the heck? We got to win this or we're going home. So that's my thought process on that one. Everybody's entitled to their thing, whether it's wrong or right. I guess we'll find out. But we're gonna cruise on to the next. So Smitty with the Sixers, IE with the with the with me, and we both think the Celtics are gonna pull it out. So there's the first switch up of the game, everybody. Um, let's flip to the next, and you know what? I think I'm gonna let Smitty start with this one because my actual basketball team is this next one we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about the Trailblazer versus the Spurs. What is
Uh-oh.
everybody thinking? And we're going to start with Smitty. What is he thinking about the Blazers versus the Spurs?
The Trailblazers and the Spurs, man. I mean, Wemby being hurt right now is like, what the heck for the Spurs? But, De'Aaron Fox, I guess, is just gonna have to find a way to pull through and get her done, son. But, yeah, Trailblazers are a good team. I mean, I like the Spurs. I'd like to see Wemby get healthy, be able to play maybe the last two in the next seed. So I'm gonna go with the Spurs on that one.
Right, I'll let Kyle go second. I'll go last because my team's in
Yeah,
this mix.
I
So,
agree. I like
Kyle,
the
where you
Spurs.
at? Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna go out. Yes, absolutely. Wembayama being out is a problem. Concussion is a serious thing. You don't get them too much in basketball, boys. Let's be honest. That's not something that we see every day. This ain't football, so we're not seeing concussions left, right, up, down, center. But he got one. He smacked his dome a little too hard. He has to come back. If he does not come back, I will not say that the Spurs win this. But he got hurt in the last game. He walked away with 5 points because he barely played 12 minutes and the Spurs only lost by 3. So what I'm gonna say for my San Antonio Spurs is that they find a way to keep the ship from sinking until Wembayana can get back, and then they go ahead and they take it. They might pull the next game out and make it 2-1 Spurs, and then it might go to 2-2, and then hopefully Wembayama comes back, and then it's smooth sailing for the Spurs into the second round, and we keep rocking and rolling. So I'm in agreement with both of you boys that I think the Spurs have the guts and the glory to pull it out and to move on and to get to that second round and see what happens from there. Yes, but absolutely, Wembayama being out, their star defensive player of the year, by the way, just got that award.
Yep.
Congrats to Victor Wembanyama, the scrawniest center I think I've ever seen in my life, winning DPOY. That is awesome. Great to see it. Happy for my team. So that's a win for me. So yeah, we say the Spurs are moving on. So let's rock to. I'm gonna go with let's go to the next one. We're gonna go to Suns and Thunder. I'll start this one off, boys. It's the Thunder. Let's not kid
Yeah, I
ourselves. Come
mean,
on,
do we
Thunder's the
even
baddest team in the NBA right now.
SGA right
Dude,
now,
Shy
bro?
is
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
yeah,
do
Shy
they're
is
just stupid.
do
Yeah,
we
crazy.
they're
even
just
gotta talk
stupid.
about this? Like,
No, I
Like
I
mean
don't think the
it's
Suns
the
win a game.
Thunder.
no,
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 I think
no,
it's a
no,
sweep. I think
no.
it's a big
We
sweep.
can talk about like listen, there's a lot of greats out there that everyone's talking about, but Shy
Yeah,
scores 30 points on whim almost every game if he wants to.
average. What
Yep,
is his average?
dude, it's
But
stupid.
it's
I
It's
mean,
got
his
to
it's
be
average per
29
game.
and a
Oh,
half
his
to like 32 and a
average
half.
per
Like so
game
it's
is 31.
yeah,
yep, I
31.
knew
Yeah.
it had to be in that
Like
range.
like
Like
the
there's
dude
no
is a
way.
baller. The dude's a
Yeah, he's
baller.
a
He's
baller.
a general baller. Like he is one of the new
And,
guys that
and he's a
everybody's
drive you
watching.
to the net. It's not
Yeah.
a he's not a 3-point
No,
shooter.
dude,
He
He's
he
is
not
a
a
is a.
Steph
30
Curry. Yeah.
he is a 30-point take you to the hoop kind of person. That's
Yeah.
insane.
You know what I'd like to see, and this is a hot take. I'd like to see the Thunder against the Lakers. I just would.
That'd
Like
be
that just
awesome.
that feels nostalgia to me. I'd love to see them start to stutter a little bit and they had to put, LeBron onto Shy and see how he did against somebody who knows how to take it to the hoop and defend against the hoop like he does. That would be fun for
I
me to
tell you what,
watch.
if that was the it, it ain't gonna be no team in 5 for sure.
Hmm.
Mm-mm. It ain't
Especially
happening.
no, it's gonna be a run. It's gonna be a run, and it's gonna be fun. So I mean, but we're getting way ahead of ourselves. We talking about Western Conference Finals, but
That'd be cool as shit
so
though.
yeah, that would be. So we ain't even talking about Thunder Suns. Thunder and 4. That's what we're. There's your hot take for that one. Thunder and 4, everybody. They ain't even got a shot. All right, so we're gonna go to the next one, and we're gonna go Magic Pistons. Did the Magic just get a little jab in that the Pistons weren't expecting, and they got a little stunned and ended up losing that first game? I mean, remember the Pistons are, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, they're the number 1 seed, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
buddy.
And they got punched in the mouth by the Magic in game 1. Like Magic said, "Lay down. We're not here to
Listen,
watch. We're here to take part."
one thing I'll say about Magic, like Franz Wagner, Wendell Carter Jr., Pablo Boncher, like all these guys, if they shoot and actually hit what they shoot, they can keep up with any team. They can.
I believe you in that one. I'm
But
with
their
you in that one.
defense, I don't know if it's enough to
I
stick
don't think they'll.
with the
Yeah,
Pistons every game. Even, moving on into the next teams that are going to get better and better, I don't know if they continuously put up that many points to continuously put up with, who they're going to be playing against in the future.
I mean, here's the thing though. In the first game, only one player put up over 20 points for the
Yep.
Magic. Like, so my thing is Cade Cunningham went off, and my personal opinion is the rest of his team forgot how to play b-ball that night. Like they just forgot how to play ball. Like they are averaging 17, 9, 8, and 8 points. Like what are you doing? Even Cade Cunningham with his 39 was 3 for 8 from 3. Harris was 1 for 7. Like guys,
Good
you
old
cannot, yeah,
Tobias.
like you cannot play like that and expect to walk out of the NBA final or out of the NBA first round even anymore. Like teams are hungry these years, and we got a lot of young boys on the Magic that are not. They're not. They didn't come here just to hang out. They came here to win. That Magic team is kind of young and they're hungry. And I think the Pistons found out in the first game how hungry they really are. What do you think, Kyle? Where are you at with this one? What do you think for Orlando versus Detroit?
I like it. I think the Magic that first game proved that they belong. Um, but I don't know if they can keep it the whole series. I think the Pistons win tonight, and I think it changes the momentum. But we will definitely see. I don't hate the Magic's winning.
Yeah.
You know,
Mitty, are you with the Pistons as well? You think they right the ship and the Pistons take out the Magic and move on to glory to the next round?
I
Hey,
uh,
hey, come on.
I'm gonna have to just go with the Met. No, yeah, nah, it's definitely the Pistons.
Well, you're getting your second hot take. I think the Magic find a way. I think the
No,
Magic
no,
I think the
no.
Magic find a way. I'm telling you, I think they found a method on game 1 of how to keep the Pistons down and we see a 1 seed go down in the beginning. I'm hopeful wishing, maybe I'm hopeful thinking, but I feel like they might have found a recipe to keep the Pistons at bay. I mean, they beat them by 11. They didn't beat them by 1, they didn't beat them by 3, they beat them by 11. So if they can find a way to do that now, the only thing, and I will say the only thing that might hold the Magic back is they don't get home court advantage. That is the Pistons because they're the 1 seed. That might hold them back. But they won game 1 and they stole one. All they gotta do is steal one more and all of a sudden they're in there like swimwear, boys. So I'm gonna take another hot take, and I'm gonna pick the Magic. The upset the Pistons, and if they come out tonight and slap them in the face for Game 2 and go up 2-0, oh boy, are we gonna be talking about some stuff. Oh boy, are we gonna be like, what is going on in the NBA this year? So that's where we're at. So that's, if I'm not mistaken, that's all of the playoff games. We've talked about everybody. So now we get to pick and we get to talk about where we think the whole series goes. Who do we think is going to be in the finals and who's going to be in the NBA championship, East versus West? So, start around the clock. We're going to start with Smitty. Smitty, who comes out of the West? Who comes out of the East? And who is your NBA champion for the year 2026, sir?
Hmm. Hmm. Holy smokes. Alright, I'm gonna have to say OKC and Lakers in the Western Championship. And I don't know who wins that game. I don't want to be biased because the Lakers are my team and say the Lakers, but OKC is a very tough team, but I don't know if they. I don't know. That's a tough one. I can't say a winner on that one. And the Eastern, I think it's going to be the Cavs and the
Okay.
76ers, who dethroned the Celtics.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
But I think the Cavs go.
You
I
think
think
the
the
Cavs
Cavs
go?
are in
So
the finals.
Cavs, Thunder, Lakers. You can't pick between the OKC Thunder and the Lakers. But do you think Cavs versus either of those teams that the Western Conference wins the championship or the East Conference? There's the question now, because you can't pick out of those two teams. Who do you think goes?
You know, my
Yep.
I think OKC runs it back. I think they win a second time in a row this year.
Okay. Okay. There you go.
My
There you
honest
got it. So
opinion.
yeah, I
Water
agree.
Smitty says OKC and Aif
I like,
agrees. I'm not.
yeah, I like
I'm not agreeing,
OKC.
boys. I'm not agreeing. I'm not agreeing. Nope. 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 Your boy's gonna go out and say something different. I think I like your finals. 76ers, Cavs don't bother me. I think the Cavs win it. I think the Knicks can make a push, but they're gonna have to step it up. The Celtics could be a problem to make my 76ers dreams not come true. 76ers would be cool. AI, all the past that I got to watch with them would be awesome. But I think the Lakers come out of the West, boys. I don't know. There's just something about that team right now. The way that old man is playing right now, he's out for blood. He's trying to prove to people that he still got it and he's still that guy. And I'm sorry if you gonna put me in a room and tell me to pick between probably the second best player in NBA history of all time in LeBron James against Shy right now, who's still young and up and coming.
Oh,
Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to pick King James, and I'm gonna have to put the Lakers in the finals against. I'm good with the Cavs, and I think the Lakers get another championship.
The
LeBron goes out on a
Lakers.
high. The LeBron goes out on a high, and maybe that's a little biased because yes, the Spurs are my team, but I've watched LeBron since the day he came into the league, and up, down, left, center. Y'all could say anybody in the world could say what they want about LeBron James. About oh, he played this many years. That's why he's so great. He played this. The man has been phenomenal for 2 decades, and nobody has been able to figure out how to stop him for the most part. Injuries have stopped him. Age has stopped him a little bit, but I don't think there's a player in the league that has learned how to stop LeBron James when he's at his peak performance. I don't think there's a player in the league that can stop that man. Not a center, not a forward. In my opinion, he has been one of the most dominant 1 to 5 players I have ever seen in the history of basketball. I've watched a lot of great players. I got to watch Larry Bird. I got to watch Michael Jordan. I got to watch Scottie Pippen and Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant, and I watched them all in their prime. I wasn't old enough to watch the Wilt Chamberlains and the Dr. J. I watched Magic towards the more end of his career, but I still got to watch Magic. But I'm sorry, LeBron, as far as just being probably the most stellar athlete to ever grace a basketball floor, I'm giving that. So I'm gonna give the King his props this year, and I think the Lakers win another championship, and LeBron goes out on a high as I did what I had to do. Good night, Tokyo.
Hmm.
All opinions here, all opinion based, but maybe it's a little more opinion based because I like the kid and I always have. I'll always have MJ as my top one. Like MJ is just MJ and he'll always stay number one in my mind. But you can't deny you can't deny King's greatness. Like the dude has been great for 20 years now. I mean, good God. I mean, the kid came in the NBA at what? Maybe 18, right? 18, I think. 19, something like
Yep.
that. And he's 41, and he's out there dropping 30 pieces on
Yep.
people half his age. I think he's feeling some type of way. 2 of his boys are out. Reeves not there. Luca not there. He's like, time for me to pick up the mantle again. I thought I was giving this away and letting somebody else have it. Oh, they're not here. I got to do this. Now, that's what I want. That's what I see. I see they have the ability to do it, but everything has to happen and everybody has to play their best to make that happen. So at the end of the day, this could all be for nothing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So here we are, everybody. I mean, Smitty, Kyle. Any last words? Anything else you want to add to the crew? We're about to wrap up this podcast for week 2. NBA Finals. Check in with us next week. We're gonna recap and go over the NFL draft, where we think all of the teams did as far as grades, where we think our team did, which little spoiler alert for you guys that tune in next week. We all like the same team, so we definitely gonna say where our team graded for what they did as far as the draft. But we're gonna give some teams some grades and see the winners and the losers of the 2026 NFL draft.